Alright, just a quick video on why why I used to get some hate on Warmane. Let me just cut it cut it short. I have made videos in the past. I have done some things that were morally questionable in the past, right? But you're gonna think, oh, he's a ninja. No, that's not what I'm gonna tell you. The fact is I used to run some guilds, and I was planning on handing over the guilds as a guild leader. These were big guilds, beloved guilds that a lot of people were happy with. And say you have a guild that you are running Light of Dawn consistently, and this is an elite guild on the server, and then it implodes from the inside, and instead of allowing your guild to restart all over again, right? So like starting from the ground up, doing 6 bosses in ICC on normal mode without being able to kill even the basic standard enemies, and you can barely form raids. Raids took us 6 hours to form after the implosion. So it took us 6 hours to form, and it took us 4 hours to run. So a single raid day was over 10 hours, and we had only killed 6 bosses, but there was still a lot of people trying to make it work. A lot of people wanted the guild to be successful. Look at this. I got Shadowmourne, I've got Deathbringers Will Heroic, I've got like heroic mark gear. So like there's some items that I got over the course of the time, but for the most part, I had 47,000 DKP when each individual raid would give you 100 to 150 DKP. This means that I had participated in roughly 360 raids in my guild without spending any DKP, without taking any items, without you know, taking stuff for myself. I was the only person who could collect Shadowmourne shards for my Shadowmourne, and that was supposed to be, oh, that's your reward. That's all you get from being in this guild, right? So a lot of players were mad at me anytime I would bring my alts into the raids, and I would try to gear up alts with my character. I was pretty much forced to play the same character for year after year for over a year and a half while I collected Shadowmourne shards. Otherwise, the Shadowmourne shards would go to waste. And the experience was miserable. I had to play the same thing over and over, and I had to prioritize as the guild leader. I had to prioritize what's best for the guild. And during that time, I was sacrificing work opportunities in real life. I was sacrificing money in real life. I was having to pay people to help lead the guild as officers because nobody was willing to be an officer and stand up and be like, yes, I want to lead the guild and make sure our guild is the best community on the server. There was people that were in the guild that were constantly saying, I'm going to take, and there were not people in the guild saying, I'm going to give, right? Think not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country, right? Think not what your guild can do for you, but think what you can do for your guild, right? That kind of mentality. Fuck that shit. Gimme everything. Just take. That's the war main mentality, right? And so had when I had made the guild successful, we gotten all the way through on both Lordaeron and Icecrown. At some point, I had decided, wow, I'm not going to redo this all from scratch. So I kicked everybody out of the guild, and I took the guild as my own. There was a guild bank that they were like, "Oh, that's not yours. It's not your stuff in the guild bank." And I was like, "Look, at this point, like I have 47,000 DKP. Uh, if I'm going to get even any reward, I'm gonna take 100,000 in gold." And what does that equate to in Warmane coins? It was like 120 coins or something at the time. It was nothing. The gold squish was coming. It was like 70k gold after a gold squish. It was absolutely nothing. Um, so the people were just like, "We want our stuff back. This is ours," right? They had laid claim to the guild bank that I put 100,000 gold in the guild bank myself. I had bought all 6 guild bank tabs. I had given out 10,000 gold to each individual raider to get them to bind on equip BOEs that they needed for their gear. I would buy people their Blood Queen's Crimson Chokers. I would buy them their the chests from the different bosses. I would buy the people different gear all in all, give bags out to everybody. I had used all of my in-game gold on the guild and built it up from scratch, and then it imploded, and I never got any rewards or anything for that. You can claim, oh, your Shadowmourne was your reward. I was the only one eligible to get it. I was the only one eligible to get shards, and after I had gotten Shadowmourne, the three raids passed, nobody had gotten any shards after because nobody was eligible. Um, I had gotten some marks, a few marks, but look, I still have the normal shoulders or normal cloak, normal STS. I have basic rings, gunship ring, gunship shoulders, a normal necklace. Like I got Velithria belt before they had fixed the bug. We were clearing Velithria every single week because it was bugged, and then they fixed it, and suddenly we couldn't clear Velithria anymore. So I got lucky on this, but I still have the normal pants, normal boots, like everything I have. It's all like the bare basics. None of it is impressive. None of it is amazing or anything like that. So um, that was my experience on Lordaeron, and what I had been doing was I was competing against the other top guilds on the server, pushing the guilds ahead. I had other characters too that got to 6K gear score off of just taking hand-me-downs and scraps. I always prioritized myself as the last person to get loot, the last person to get gear. I would give gear to people that were the most loyal people in the guild, officers, teammates, people that were in the guild for 6 months. They would leave the guild right after they got all the gear that they wanted, right? This is the fundamental endless loop of you not getting gear as a guild leader and prioritizing your guild and your people over yourself, right? So um my guild was essentially used as what the purpose of this current guild is, Guild Master of ICC Training Center. So my guild at the time was the ICC Training Center. It was the place where you go to learn. And the funniest, most ironic part is one of the biggest reasons I get all the hate is I had claimed that I had taught the server how to play the game. I had claimed that I had trained people up because every time people join the guild, same as this guild right here, you have no idea what you're doing in ICC, right? That's fine. I'll take you into the raid. I'll teach you from the ground up. These are the tactics. Don't stand in the fire. This and that. Do this. This will help clear the boss. This is easy. This is bad. This is how you do your rotation. I would sit next to a training dummy. So say there's a training dummy right here. I'd sit next to the guy doing the training dummy, and I would sit with him for 30 minutes to an hour, and literally free, which I would charge 20 bucks now for, but I would do it for free over the course of a whole hour, teach him his rotation and how to play his class, how to play his character, what stats he needs, what the caps are, what like all the information, the entire rundown. I did not value my own time. And instead of giving me praise, instead of giving me respect, instead of giving me love, admiration, or any of that, Warmain decided to
One
take.
fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. You
Uh,
bish.
all right, cool. I muted Discord. That was weird. Um, No, yeah, but like Warmane would just take, and then they would berate me and belittle me while I'm doing all this. And all I had done was provide value for the server. I had taught people countless times in countless raids how to do the raids, what to do in the raids. I'd given people who had absolutely no reason to be in a raid the opportunity to join a raid from the ground up, how to play, how to do everything. And I would give money and like I would give gold money in like goods and shit. I would build them up. And then once they're geared enough, right? Like I'm 6.7, 6.8K gear score, right? At this point, I join a guild like this. Oh, this is a dog shit guild. Yeah, Fishbro's trash. He's garbage. Shit on the guild, shit on the people. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Because I don't want to be in this guild with three other people that don't need to be in this guild. I can take those four people, bring them to a better guild that's hot, like higher progression and better players, and I can shit on the guild master of this guild while politicking my way from this guild and taking the good players from this guild and transferring them over to the other guild. So all in all, the majority of the reason why I'm hated fundamentally across all of the Warmane servers is because of politicking in the game. This server is a whole bunch of bullshit and politicking. And then you've got a whole bunch of people in real life that hated me to the point where they were trying to fucking get me fired from my jobs and shit because of rumors they heard on the server. And then you had people calling into my work telling people that I was a pedophile and shit like that. You had people telling me that I should kill myself daily. Like at some point I had gotten to that point where I was like, man, like maybe these guys are right. Maybe I am a piece of shit. Why? Because it was COVID. It was 2020, 2021. I was feeling down and depressed. I didn't have much going for me in my life at that point because I had lost one of the best jobs in my life, right? So like all in all, like I had let the internet beat me down along with life beating me down, and I had let the internet justify itself against me. When in reality it wasn't the internet, it's just Warmane. And I have time and time again shit on the server, the community, the people on Warmane because you are not like if you're playing on Warmane, that does not mean you are owned by Warmane. You don't need to promote the server. You don't need to promote the staff or the content of the server. There's another server out there called Olympus WoW that you should consider joining. There's so many better options than just Warmane when it comes to it. Now, me personally, I'm coming back to Lordaeron. Why am I coming back to Lordaeron? Give me one second. I am coming back to Lordaeron because I want to revive the server. I want to build the server up because Lordaeron is Warmane's only good server. Ice Crown is trash. There's pay to win, donator gear, garbage gear. The people that are in the raids are fundamentally entitled. I deserve everything. No, that item's mine. That item's mine. Oh, it dropped. Oh, look, Lorenzic Heroic. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck about what you think. The item dropped, and it's a fucking item. Roll for it, win the roll, or earn it in a guild setting. Get the DKP, buy the item, earn gold, buy it with GDKP, whatever. The whole idea and fundamental basis on why I'm hated on Warmane is because these are socialist people. These are people that are fundamentally believing in communism, right? These people believe in communism with their whole heart and soul. And I believe in capitalism. I believe in fair and equal work. You put the work in, you get the shit you deserve. These people on this server that hate me are some scumbags, in my honest opinion. And I will never give them respect. There will always be this massive following of people on my YouTube channel that hate me without the shadow of a doubt. Why? Because at my core, I have politics and religion as my foundation. Okay? I'm a fucking white Christian national nationalist. I don't know how to say it. Fuck. But long story short, I love my country, America. I love my religion, Christian, and I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe in my people and my group. Okay, like fucking at the end of the day, you can't take that away from me, and you're not going to. Like you could try to hate on me and whatever, but I'm gonna continue promoting the same goodwill that I've always promoted. I'll give bags, gold, help, friends, fun, enjoyment to the people that are working with me. And if you want to just come into my guild, take my people away, and bring them to another guild and shit, I'm gonna kick you out. And then you can spam global chat saying I'm a ninja and a pedo and all that, and it's whatever. You can call my workplace and try to get me fired. That's not gonna do anything to me. I've already experienced the worst you have to offer. Okay, I am better than that, and I like as a man, I have grown since those days on Warmate, right? I have more to offer in life than just sitting at a computer playing a game, right? So it's not like I'm going to delve into that hate and fire back at every single person that calls me mean words anymore, right? You call me a bunch of mean words, I don't give a fuck. Okay? Like I'll just let the shit roll off of me. You throw shit at me and I'll just wash the shit off. I'm not gonna shit in my hand and throw it back at you like I used to. Right? That's the old me. The old me would have just taken a shit, put it in my hand, and thrown the shit back at you after you shit on me. Like it, it's it's not gonna work. It's not gonna do anything to me no more. Like, and the reason why it initially impacted me isn't because you guys got under my skin. It isn't like sorry. When I'm saying you guys, I mean the haters, right? The reason why it hit me so bad wasn't because I was fundamentally weak and I was going to be affected by mean words on the internet. It was because these thoughts were in my mind, right? You attract what you are, and at that time, I was a negative man that was fucking at the bottom of the barrel, and you guys piled on top all that negativity and shit on me. This leads into why I left Lordaeron and went to Icecrown. I left Lordaeron and went to Icecrown seeking a bigger group of community and more friends and more family and shit, right? Like the whole concept of like not being lonely and isolated. I named my guild after my inner state of feelings, what I felt inside. And a lot of people had came around to it during that time, during the peak of COVID. My guild was called Hopeless Apathy. I was hopeless and apathetic. I had no feelings inside. I had nothing looking to. I had nothing to look forward to. I was apathetic. I had no care, like nothing. Like I felt nothing. I was just empty inside. And when you're empty inside, right? When you feel nothing, it is what it is, right? That's how it is. And so I have grown from that. I have gotten out of that. I am no longer that man. And if you're still playing on Warmane after 10 years, 15 years, you're still playing on this trash private server on Ice Crown, donating for gear, paying 50 euros every week to get 3 new items or something, and you're trying to do like LOD boosts and get all this gold and whatnot. You're doing all this just so you can try to get a hit of dopamine. I'm telling you, bro, like you're chasing something you're never going to get. I never got that sense of purpose from Warmane. I never got even as a content creator, okay? Even as a content creator, making videos, I had thousands of views. Like a lot of my videos were going sky high, and I had quit making videos. I was getting 5,000, 6,000, up to 10,000 views. Some of my videos have 100,000 views. Think about that. If I would have continued making content for Warmane and going with Warmane and doing what I was doing, I probably could have like been as like 10,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers. I mean, look at Matrix. Matrix kept it going, but like he has a much better positive outlook in his videos and in life, which is why he was able to keep it going, and he wasn't going to like when I was doing videos, we were around the same time or same point, but the reason why he kept growing is because he had a consistent driving force that was a good thing, right? It's a good thing for him. Me, like, I am telling you right now, you will not get that fucking positivity, that happiness, that joy, that purpose in life from that negative environment, okay? All you depressed ass Warmane players need to understand that Warmane will not give you that sense of purpose. Get off your ass and go get a job. Go take care of your family. Go have some children. Have some babies. Take care of them. Love your kids. Love your family. Love your brothers and sisters. Whatever you have to do to not be sitting in a fucking chair all day playing the video game nonstop. Look at me. What am I doing in this game now? This game is so I can train some new players on how to play the game. We're building up the guild. We're getting the guild going. But like the whole purpose of me playing now is to regrow the guild and contribute positively to the environment, right? Like I'm not playing this to like gank some newbies and low levels or anything like that. I at one point I had a 40-man raid flying around, chasing me down, like watching my stream going to every single graveyard in the entire zone, making sure I could not revive. And they were doing this because they wanted to vent their anger out on me and show that I was evil, I was wrong. If I'm evil and wrong, why are you 40 Nazis hunting down the one Jew man? Right? It makes no sense. Like you're the evil ones trying to vent out your anger. So I had that cold hard look at it and realized I know that I was right in my fucking take. Look at my old videos that I ended up deleting. I ended up deleting videos. I said I apologize for being a ninja looter, and I wasn't a ninja looter. I apologize on behalf of 8 officers in my guild that made their own guild called Habibi. I apologize for these guys who said Balkans are superior to everyone else and made a Balkan only guild. They were hyper racist. They took all of the players from my guild, built a guild out of my own guild. They took the players out of my guild and built their own guild, and they were hyper racist, and they were ninja looters. They took the loot, they took the shit in my raids. I gave them full permission as officers to do what they will with the loot. My goal as a raid leader was, I'm going to make the raid successful. Do not talk to me about loot. I don't give a fuck about loot, right? I master loot the loot to the fucking officer. The officer distributes the loot. I'm the master looter. I'm the one who gets banned for it. I apologize on behalf of these guys. I got banned for it. It makes sense, but not really. Why? Because Warmain is not a really good server when it comes to logistics. But I took the ban. I took the L. I don't care. Now you're going to fucking advertise he got banned for ninja looting. I didn't really get banned for ninja looting though. I got banned for someone else ninja looting in my raids. But when you're the raid leader, you have full responsibility of said raid. It is what it is. So on Ice Crown, I had gotten a bad reputation for the actions of others. On Lordaeron, I had gotten a bad reputation for the envy of others. At the end of the day, I'm not going to paint myself as a victim either. Okay? Don't get that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get this shit twisted. Okay? I ain't a victim. I'm the guy that you guys are envious of. I'm the guy that you guys want to hunt down and kill. I am the guy that you are building 40-man raid parties to hunt down and make sure he can't level his ult because he is more important. This one guy is more important than 40 other losers that have absolutely no purpose in life. So if I can keep you engaged and happy enough to hunt me down and kill my ult, that is enough purpose in my life to make sure 40 other people are happy, then I need to do. Like if that's what my spare time is going to go towards, I'm okay with that. So I'm no longer a victim. I'm no longer seeing myself in that light of damn, they hate me, they are haters. They no, you like you can hate and love. It doesn't matter as long as you care. That's the point. You know, you are watching my video, you are listening to me speak, you are having a negative or positive reaction, but at the end of the day, you're having a reaction. That means that you care. If you have a reaction, you care. If you don't care, you wouldn't be watching my video. You wouldn't be talking to me. You wouldn't be listening to me. Okay? So at the end of the day, I'm the one taking the dub. Like I'm the one in the driving seat and you're the one in a passenger seat. So you would just let me do my own thing and let me exist in peace. You wouldn't be attacking me unless I was doing something right. You wouldn't be coming at me unless I was doing something right. You wouldn't be doing stuff like you do. Like it just it doesn't make sense. If I'm the bad guy, then why you care so much, right? Because the ultimate action that you can take, the ultimate action to kill me, would be to not watch me, to not listen to me, to unsubscribe from me, to ignore me in game. To like at the end of the day, you spamming global chat saying that I'm a ninja looter makes no sense because it's still promoting me. It's still like, who's that Fishbro guy? Oh, I need to look up his channel. I need to find out who this guy is. He's famous or something. Blah 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 blah. You talking about me is promoting me at the end of the day. If you really really want me to take the L, if you really wanted me to lose, you would just ignore me. You would right click my name, hit that ignore button, and you would let me live in peace. And then what would I do at that point? I would definitely take much longer to succeed on YouTube. I guarantee you that. It would take me way longer. Um, you know, like it would take me much longer to succeed on YouTube. It would take me longer to build up my guild, all of that. But the fact is most of you guys care because you guys heard somebody say something about me through the grapevine this time. Oh, you know Becky? She sucked this dude's dick 3 months ago, and she's this and that, and she's like a slut and a whore, and oh my god, and Becky is like, yeah, just oh my god, I hate Becky. Yeah, hey, Becky's terrible. Yeah, like it's just high school drama at this point. It's not, none of it is, it's just noise. None of it is valid. None of it is good criticism. It's just nonsense. So if you want to know the reason why people hate me on or not Lord, I'm sorry. If you want to know the reason why people hate me on Warmain, that's your reasoning. The TLDR of it is envy. The TLDR of it is wishing wishing that they could be me, or wishing that they could have what I have, or they could have the friendships, the family, the groups, the friends, the content, the gameplay, the enjoyment, or just overall the happiness that I have, you know. And to the people that are actively, like doing this, right? To the people that actively hate on me, I can tell you, you can have what I have, but you don't need to you don't need to try to take it from me, because you're not going to succeed, and you're not going to get what I have ever by doing that. You cannot take happiness from somebody else. You can only build your own happiness. So if you're watching this video and you are a hater, you are someone that despises me and loathes me with every sense of the imagination, I urge you, I beseech you, do something positive to affect your life. Do something to benefit your life in a positive way. Make your kids happier, make your life happier. I know there's a YouTube content creator out there that um has kids, and he still is a negative person, to the point where, you can see he drinks every single day of his life, that he's depressed out of his mind. He has bags under his eyes, and he can't stand making content or videos, but he just makes videos about me all the time. I know there's a lot of people making videos about me and stuff like that. At the end of the day, please do something to better your own life. You don't need to try to tear me down to build yourself up, because it's not going to work. You can't use somebody else as the building blocks of your own success. You can only build your own success from the ground up. So that's how you're going to do it, if you're going to do it ever. I strongly urge you guys, build it from the ground up. Start working out, start exercising, drink more water, stop drinking pop, stop eating trash, stop eating processed garbage, eat whole foods, fucking go to church, believe in God, take the actions needed to improve your life. Get a job if you don't have one. Get a source of income. Minimize your expenses, and overall, just have a better life. Anyways, if you guys like the video, hit that like button, share this with your friends, and get this message out to the rest of the Warmain so they can all see. Um, and yeah, that's my take on it. That's why they hate me on Warmain. Envy, bro. Envy. It's not a good look.